Hi there, Brendan Kelly here. Today it's Hockey Talk. All right, skill testing question. What is it that the Montreal Canadiens need more than anything else this summer? That's too easy. Obviously, it's the second line center. So, what's the next thing they need? Well, they need toughness. They probably even have the size. They just don't have toughness. They don't have a mean streak. What happened with the Washington Capitals and the Canadiens? The Caps basically beat up the Habs. Tom Wilson alone, between him and Ovechkin. The good news is clearly management knows this. Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton saying this needs to be done. They talked, interestingly enough, that some of the toughness could come from within the ranks of the Canadiens. People already there. And, they're clearly thinking of Slafkovsky. The problem with that guy, and I'm big on him. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be a good power forward. He's still a kid. He does not have a mean streak. He's just a nice guy. Someone once said to me, the Canadiens love drafting nice guys. Well, maybe they should start drafting some nasty guys as well, or finding them. So they need more toughness. I was talking to Chris Nyland last week, did a story in the paper about his one-man show coming up. Sounds super interesting. And of course, he knows a thing or two about toughness. And we were discussing this. Firstly, I said what a rat Tom Wilson was, and he wasn't really agreeing. And I said, it's the diving. And he said, the problem with Tom Wilson is he wouldn't go. He wouldn't fight. And it's true. Arbor Xhekaj went after him. So that's it. So Arbor Xhekaj's there. Obviously, he can do it. The whole series changed when he was brought into the lineup. But who else? Josh Anderson, ailing, his body's beat up. He's on the older side of things. But yeah, he can do it. But who else can do it? Caden Goulet, perhaps? Slafkovsky remains a big question mark. Again, Chris Nyland mentioning Arbor's brother, Florian from Laval. 24 goals, can fight, has a great attitude. Could we have the equivalent of the two Tkachuks on the same team? That would be pretty cool. But I think it's definitely the case that management is going to go out and get some meanness, going to get some toughness this summer, because you know what? They got to get into the playoffs next year. That's the way I look at it. I don't buy into any of this garbage about taking steps back. Got to get into the playoffs and ideally win at least a series. Well, we're all watching the playoffs. This is nasty, very tough hockey out there. And the Habs don't have almost any of those guys. So that's going to be one of the most interesting things to look for this summer. That's it for today.